Good morning, world. I just thought I would take you guys on my commute, headed to school. I know it's not a job commute, but close enough, right? Not wearing my sunglasses today because it's a little bit cloudy. Tell you what, these cheap gloves have lasted this long. These are freaking awesome. Yeah, the Honda Rebel doesn't sound like any of your regular cruisers out there. It really does have a different sound. Now I've got to back up in just the right angle here. I wish I just had free space to roam, but I don't, so I got to squeeze this bike in. Make sure to close the door. We've been having issues with this thing. Yeah, our door keypad thing sucks. Alright, I'm trying not to hit a tree behind me. Alright, using gravity's help. Gonna slide down. We are off! We are off to the next adventure. Alright, let's talk about the new bike. The Rebel kind of is, you know, it's a Honda Rebel. It's just there to get people started into biking, which I commend the Honda Rebel for. Got so many people into riding motorcycles. Like right now, going through this corner, it feels alright. Really not the most powerful thing, you know, and sometimes you think, you know, I just can't do it. Actually, once you get it out on the road, it's got enough power to do what you need and get you to work or school or do whatever. For me personally, I could use a bit more padding on not the whole seat, but just the rear portion of it, because I like to sit far back. That's me. I kind of fix that though. I kind of sit all the way back and smush my whole body into it, and then it's comfortable. Look how quiet it is. It's so quiet. Yeah, this bike keeps me from pissing off all my neighbors. I mean, it gets loud once you get the revs up, but really if you're coasting, no one will really get pissed off. But yeah, so I'm headed to my school. I am an EMS student. For people who don't know what that is, that means emergency medical services. Those are your paramedics, your EMTs. Firefighters can be thrown in there too, you know, people like that. I'm training to be EMT, shooting for paramedic into the future. And today is actually the day of my practical midterm, my skills test. So I left a little bit early and I'm just gonna cruise there and just use this bike time to chill out and not really stress about anything. I wanna be primed for it. Oh, this is a good example. Going over that brick road, the suspension for the Rebel, the front is good and the back is good depending what you set it on. For me, I'm a little bit heavy. I usually set it up a little bit higher, which makes it, to me anyway, feel a little bit stiffer. So if that's a problem to you, you might want to set it to a softer setting. I'm cool with it though. I can totally rock with it. I think the Rebel will suit many people, unless you're taller than, what, 6 foot. I'm 5'9". It fits me fine. So, to all those people who are like, it's so cramped, oh no, it's really just, it's okay. Don't worry about it, people. The only reason I think people really don't go for a Rebel in their first bike is really macho-ness. You know, they just want to feel badass, so they don't want the 250. For me, I started on a KLR 250 because I was a dual sport guy. That thing was awesome, and it was a wheelie machine. Yeah. So, I mean, that was pretty good. And look, another brick road. So, yeah. Don't you just love it when the road is yours? There's like no one in front of, well, there's a few people. There's some people behind me too, but right now, no one can catch up to me, at least for a little bit. So yeah, we're just gonna cruise there. It's about 30 minutes from, about 2 lights down. It'll be 30 minutes from that location to the school. So yeah, we'll be practicing a bunch of medical stuff. But right now out here, what speed? Yeah, we're in the 40s and 50s out here. Honda Rebel does fine. You know, it can hit those speeds. Its top speed's around 70, 75. So right now, this is its territory. It loves cruising. Not too worried about it. Not even too much vibrations. This does have more vibration than a lot of other bikes I've had, but it's not like heart attack worrisome vibration. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is right now I'm passing another college on the way there. This is the local college around here. So what I'm gonna do is pass this incredibly nice black car, and I'll cut away to the parking lot. How about that? Okay, so I've parked here in the parking lot, trying to figure out what to do with my camera. Yeah, that'll work. The Honda Rebel looks great out here. Found a spot next to a tree. Check this out. Now, we're gonna have to deal with armor. On your commute, what do you do with your armor? What I'm gonna do is pretty much just walk in, change into my uniform in the restroom, and continue my day. But I'll show you guys what I do with my armor and my helmet and all that stuff. Usually I'll leave it like out on the bike. But since I'm in here, what I'm gonna do is just take it with me, just because I sit at a desk with 2 seats in it. One of the seats is mine, the other one is always empty, so I'll just hang my armor on there. If you don't have that option, you know, find some place to take it with you. I don't exactly recommend leaving it on your bike because it can get stolen or whatever, so I'd say take it with you. At the very least, take your helmet, because, you know, you can go home without an armored jacket, but out here or some other places, sometimes you can't drive without a helmet. Here's my armor. It's pretty much a TMS armor. What you want to do is switch out. For me, the arms are kind of tough, but I always get this thing off one way or another, even if I got to take my arm with it. Pretty much you'll want to change out of your armor, because if you're like me and you live in a hot state, you sweat in it. So I'm just gonna hang this up and switch out into my regular uniform. What do you do with all your stuff? You shove your knee pads or whatever armor into your helmet, along with my gloves. That way it doesn't take up extra space, and my jacket stays nice and neat on a hook or a chair or whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'll do, is change out when I can. You know, want to keep yourself presentable and all that, guys. Mostly what I'll do is hang my jacket on my chair and take it with me. Today I decided to take it with me so I can show you guys. I'm not too worried about people stealing stuff in that place, because it's kind of by a bunch of big windows and there's people outside all the time anyway. And I don't mean random people, I mean classmates and stuff, so they know to keep an eye out. Yeah, right when I get to this turn, a bunch of cars show up, of course, because I'm unlucky like that. Anyhow, the Honda Rebel did great, carried all my stuff. I had a bunch of medical type stuff in the ammo cans, and my backpack held probably 30 pounds of stuff. Most of it is in the form of paper and my giant books and whatnot. Plus the 190-pound me, because I'm a giant apparently, and I never knew it. Yeah, so I'm headed home. I kind of had to wait for the rain to stop a little bit. Only took about 10 minutes, and on my way. So yeah, the Honda Rebel did great, and my tips for you guys is always have a plan to store all your stuff. Have a plan to put your armor and stuff on your bike. At the bit, like pretty much what you should carry is a helmet. You should have this thing ready to go, so you could just take just a helmet. You know, I've even left my backpack and stuff on my bag, because some places you can't really roll in like that, you know? So I'll just leave you with just those tips, and if you got time, go check out my other videos. I'm signing off for now, and I'll see you guys later.